The Jordan 1 Travis Scott Fragments is the most hypey shoe in 2021. Since the hype is so high on this shoe, you already know there's going to be a tons of fakes in the market. So in this video, I'm going to go over what's real and what's fake. This shoe was an extremely hard shoe to get, and a lot of people did not get this shoe from retail stores. So fortunately, I got an actual retail pair, and I'm going to go over the details of what is real retail pair and what is fake. UA, whatever you want to call it, fake, replicas. I'm going to go between the details of what is real and what is fake. So I encourage you guys to pay close attention so you can understand what is a real pair of Travis Scott Fragments and what is a fake pair of Travis Scott Fragment. So stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. Let's go. What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy Sniper Kicks, and as you know from the intro, today is a real versus fake Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1s, and this video is going to be super lit, man. This video I've been waiting, and I appreciate, you know, one of my subs able to give me a fake pair of this shoe so I can make this video for you guys and show you guys what's the differences from real and fake. It is going to be super lit, and you already know, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification, smash that like button. This video is going to help a lot of people out because, you know, real, fake, they're similar, so we're going to go through the differences. But let me first take out the box so we can get this thing going and we can see what's a real pair look like and what a UA pair looks like. So let's get it. Real versus fake, and you can tell right now, real pair, fake pair. Firstly, you can tell, we'll take a look at, you know, this, you know, the cases of both, but you can just tell right here, the blues are different in the box. Like, this is more of a richer blue. This is more of like a, it's a little bit lighter. Like, you can tell the blue differences. But before we go into that, we're going to talk about the cases. As you know, the fake pair has an actual film that you can take off. So if you get a pair online that has like a plastic over the case, it's a fake pair. If it has this plastic over it, it's a fake pair. Of course, you see this one is very clean. You know, similar cases, like as you see, they're similar. They're definitely similar, but you know, if it comes with a plastic, you dig, it's not good. So guys, here's the two boxes. As you can tell, real pairs right here. The blue on this one is different than the blue. Look at those two blues. This one is more of, it's a bit lighter. This one is a rich blue, like it's very rich blue. This one is a little bit lighter. But let's open these shoes up and see, you know, what's all the fuss about with the real versus fake. Because a lot of people say, hey, the UA is close to the real pair. So let's take a look. One pair up. Cactus Jack. Pop. Here's one pair right here. Here's one. Second one. Let's look at one shoe at a time. Open it up. Cactus Jack. We'll talk about these papers in a minute. Let's take a pair here. So let's see which one. Let's see the differences. But before we go into more detail on what's real and fake, out of these two pairs right here, which one is real and which one is fake? This one or this one? Before you watch the whole video, comment below which one is real and which one is fake. I'm not going to show you the whole shoe. I'm just going to show you from here. Both the same shoe. Look at the swooshes. Look at everything. Which one is real? Which one is fake? Comment below. Comment below. Here we go. The two pairs. Do you guys tell any differences? So from the blind eye, you might think these are the same shoes, but there is some differences. First difference I want to talk about is number one is the toe box. Let's look at these toe boxes. Right here, you see the real pair. This real pair toe box has let's get this focus, a little bit more tumbled leather here, and you see the holes are very uniform. Real pair. Fake pair, on the other hand, has very flat leather. See, and the blues are a little bit different. You have the flat leather, it's not tumbled like the real pair, and these holes are not very uniformed as this one has. See, the holes are a little bit bigger, and they're not as uniformed as the real pair. Looking at the Fragment right here, this is a big detail that a lot of fakes got wrong, is that this Fragment right here, let's get that focus, is indented in, like it's not film, it's actually indented in the shoe. With the fake pair is not indented. Like you see, it's not film, but it's not actually indented in the shoe. And the real pair, it's indented. You see there's an indent in the leather for this Fragment. Talk about the heights. Looking at this, you can tell right here, this one is a lot more like wider. Look at how thin the real pair is. Thin, skinny. This dude right here ate too many cookies. It's wider. So that's the biggest thing right there. So make sure your pair, and these are dead stock. So it's not like somebody wore these and like this one's wider. Like these are brand new shoes. And this is wider, like this is more slim. Also, the height is, you know, this fake pair is a little bit higher, but you can't tell unless you have a real and a fake pair. But, you know, just the shape of the shoe, you see like it's slim, like it's here. It's not all like this, you know. So that's the biggest thing, is for sure, is like this one is more slim as well. The heights, as you can say, look at the shape of the black. Right here is more higher, and that height right there, here is, you know, a little bit lower. Like look at that here. So the lettering is pretty different, man. Let's get that to focus. Like the lettering is different. Like you can see from the real pair, like it's more spread out, like the lettering. Like you see that, like it's larger. Like here, look at this one right here. Let's get this to focus here. So the lettering is different on these pairs. This is more clean. Look how clean that is. Look at this one. Get it to focus. And this one is not as clean. Clean. This one is a little bit, you know, a little bit different. So here, fake pair, real pair. Okay, very similar. The Cactus Jack right here. Look at this one. Look at this one. Let's see them side by side. Very similar. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to know what you're talking about, because you can easily get got with the real and the fake one. What I see from this one is thicker. This one is thicker and wider than the real pair. Like, this one is actually a little bit, you know, shorter in width than this one. This one is wider for sure. Wider. And this Cactus Jack. But, you know, overall, it's like, man, these are close. These are close. So another thing about the real and the fake is the swoosh. The swoosh will be a big detail that can tell between the real and fake. Here's the fake pair. Look at the swoosh. Like, the swoosh is almost like, you see how thick the outside, let's get that focus, how thick the outside is, and look at the shape of the swoosh, where it's here, point here. Look at the real pair. The real pair is not as thick. You see that right there? Focus. Look at how thick this is right here. Focus. And you see, like, it's almost pointing out right there with the swoosh. Here, it's right there. It's right, like, it's not as thick or sticking out as much as the shoe. Also, with the two swooshes, this one is a lot more rounded. Like, you see that? This one is more the two shapes. Look at that. Look at that. You see this one is sticking out more. This one is closer and is cleaner. The swoosh is cleaner. So I know you guys can tell the differences with the swoosh. Also, real quick, with the fake pair, you see the end of the swoosh is right close to that hole right there. This has some more space. That has some more space. Like, to be honest, the leather quality is very similar. Very similar on the side panel. Only difference is Fake Pear has a smooth blue, you know, leather comes right here, and this right here is tumbled. You see that's tumbled right there? This right here is smooth, so that's a big thing as well. Like here is tumbled, but here is smooth where the Fragment is. This one is tumbled throughout. That is a big difference. But the Swoosh, just the shape of it, like you see like how, like look at that. It's like sticks out more. Like it sticks out, where this one is like very clean and it doesn't have that hook. Like this one, you see the hook on this one. This one doesn't have that big of a hook on the Swoosh. Hook, no hook. Like that hook is not as pronounced on the real pair. And you see that big hook. So the Swoosh is very, 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 you know, different if you can really go through the details. I know they look similar by the blind's eye, but this one has that hook pop. That point is more pronounced, and this one is just more pop pop. This one goes just like that. So that's a big one. But overall, this leather quality is good on the Fake Pear. Just doesn't have that tumbleness right here. This one has the tumbled as well. You see right here, like they're similar lettering, very similar. But the biggest differences that I see for the real and the Fake Pear is the toe box. Like I said, tumble leather here. This one is more smooth. This is tumbled. Definitely the Swoosh is the biggest. You can tell from the real and the fake. The Swoosh, like this hook is way, you know, more pronounced in there. And of course the back, this one is not indented. And this is smooth leather. This one right here is tumbled and is indented right there. Let's get this focus right. Indented in there, smooth leather. So those are the biggest difference that I see. Overall, inside, they're very similar inside. Very similar inside. Now taking out the other pair with the Cactus Jack phase. But you can see these laces on the Fake Pear are a lot thinner. These are a lot thinner than these in the real pair. Like you see how much thicker the laces are too? Like compare, like look at how thick these laces are compared to these. Look at this pink one. Like these are a lot thinner than here. So that's one thing that you can look for. But you know, the big difference with the other shoe, this is the left shoe, is of course the face. The face is the biggest difference. As you can tell, like I said, like the real pair's face is indented. Like look at, like clean indented in there. Tumbled leather. Fake Pear, it's there, but it's not all the way indented, and it's smooth leather. So this right here, this leather has to be tumbled. If it's not tumbled, it's not real. Tumbled leather. It's not smooth, it's tumbled. Also a difference is the Wings logo. See the difference in the Wings logo. This one is more pronounced and it's more bold. And you see the tumble leather here. Like here is going to be tumble leather through regardless. Anywhere there's blue is tumble leather. As you see here, this Wing logo is not as pronounced, and it doesn't have that, you know, that bumpy. Like this one actually has, like, it's not smooth. It actually has texture to it. Like the real pair has texture on that Wings logo, and this one here's more smooth and it's not pronounced. Like this one really, you can really feel the texture on that Wings logo. Here is just there. It's not pronounced. It's not as, you know, scaly. That's the word I'm looking for. Like it's not like you're touching like almost like a snake. Like you can tell, like it's right here, texture on that Wings logo. And also the tumble leather here, you see it's not tumble, smooth, and this Wing logo is not texture. Like it's just smooth. Like, but this one you can feel it. So that's one thing as well. As you see right here, the Swoosh different. Like right here, you see you have, it's not as clean, like you can peel that off. Here, you're not going to get that. It's not going to move at all. The swoosh is not going to move here. The swoosh, look, you see that? I can almost flick it. Here, it's really smooth. You're not flicking this swoosh. So the swoosh is the biggest thing, man. Right here, you see it's more hook, as you see, more than here. It's here. Here is a more of a hook as well. Get it focused in. And just like the other shoe, man, like you see right here, smooth. It's not as, you know, and the blues are a little bit different. I don't know if you can tell, but this is more of a truer blue. The blues are a little bit, you know, off on the fake pair. This one tumbled, once again, tumbled. More smooth. Same thing as the other pair, like I said. You know, the blue is going to be tumbled throughout. Tumbled throughout. This one, you're going to get more smooth. And the blues are a bit different. Like this is more, the real pair is more of a truer blue. This one, they're very similar though. But the blue is a little bit off. And as you see, fake pair is really not ingrained in there as the real pair is right there. And also the heights are different too, as you can tell with the faces. The heights are different. Let me get that. The heights are a little bit different as well. So that's one thing. Also forgot to mention this Fragment sign right here. This one's a lot more thicker than the real pair. Real pair is more thin. You see that Fragment logo right there? The Fragment design. This is thinner. The font is thinner than this one. This one's a little bit thicker. But, you know, it's a little difference. But, you know, that is a difference. I want to give you guys all the differences that I can. This one is thinner right here than this one. So that's one difference on that as well. Looking at, you know, the outsole, very similar, man. Very similar. So that's one thing. This is a pretty good fake. I'm not going to even lie. Like, this is a pretty good fake right here. It is a pretty good fake. Tumbled leather. Pretty good fake, but it's not the real thing. It is not the real thing. For sure. So let's get it on front of the camera and talk about it a little bit more. So there are some details from the real and the fake. But, you know, one thing I know people are going to ask me between the real and the fake is the smell. But the craziest thing about this fake pair right here, or this UA pair, whatever you want to call it, is that it does not have that strong glue smell that, you know, a lot of UA pairs have. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, there's no difference in the smell. I don't know this is the first UA pair I ever smelled, and it was similar to the real pair. So the smell test can't always tell what's real and what's fake. Yes, it works, but it doesn't work, you know, with this shoe in particular, because there's no difference. I don't know what they did with this pair, but there's no difference. There's no glue, that strong glue smell. But the biggest thing, like I said, the differences of this shoe is really the swoosh. Like, you can really tell this too. The swoosh, this is the biggest, like the right here, the fragments, and you can even tell that like these signs are a little bit higher. And the toe box, you know, the tumble leather, you probably can't see it as well as you can when we're on the table. But, you know, these are, you know, this is a good fake. I'm not going to lie. It's a good fake, but it's not the real thing. You know, there's always a conversation of, hey, you know, UAs are made from the same factory. They're very similar. But in reality, you know, I was talking to my man, Jumperman Chris. Like, me and Jumperman Chris had a whole bunch of conversations between, you know, UAs and reals and replicas. Is like, the one thing about a real pair is an actual asset. So this shoe right here is going to go up in price. So if I buy this real pair, I sit on it for 2 years, I can sell it for probably $1,000 or $2,000 more than, you know, what the resale price is now. That's an asset because it's growing over time. But with this, you know, UA pair, you can't do nothing with it. Once you spend your $150 or $200 on this UA pair, You can't resell it, you know, legitly resell it to somebody else for more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. Yes, you technically could be like try to, you know, finesse people, but in reality, this is the real thing. This is a replica or UA pair. So if you're tight with money and you're just like, hey, I don't care, I just want, you know, to wear the shoe, I don't want to pay the price, you can wear the UA, but just understand that it's not the real thing. But, you know, I really hope this video really helped you guys. And if you have any more questions on like what, you know, differences on the real and the fake pair, like this is actually a really good fake, but you know, there are some differences as shown in the video. And I really appreciate you guys. You already know, subscribe to the channel, like the, you know, this video, and you know, hit that notification bell, because I try to help you guys out with anything possible regarding shoes and reselling and all that good stuff. But I really appreciate you guys. Real versus fake, you know, that's the video there. All right, y'all, peace out, peace and love.